Well, Luigi Mangione makes appearance in New York court, faces federal charges. The charges were a surprise, as was news of his famous fellow prisoner at a Brooklyn jail. Interesting. Luigi Mangione, the University of Pennsylvania graduate accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson earlier this month, has been charged with multiple federal crimes, including murder. What murder? Stalking and weapons offenses.
I never saw no murder.
Me neither. These charges are in addition to the state-level charges in New York and Pennsylvania already filed against him. During a brief court hearing in Lower Manhattan on Thursday, Judge Catherine Parker read the 4 federal charges against Mangione, 26, which were unsealed earlier that day. Extradited from Blair County, Pennsylvania, where he was apprehended in an Altoona McDonald's nearly 2 weeks ago. He is ordered to remain in custody without bail until his next hearing in mid-January, according to the Associated Press. Without bail. Without bail.
That seems cruel and unusual.
That does seem cruel and unusual. I think he should at least be able to get out on bail and maybe do a tour. Get up on stage. I mean, listen.
Do some crowd surfing.
I really love the clips that I've seen lately of people like comparing the media reaction between him and Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Late last week, Mangione had hired a high-profile New York lawyer and dropped his objection to extradition to New York, which he had pursued in his first court appearance in Pennsylvania. I'm not sure why that is. The lawyer. What murder? Karen Friedman Agnifilo said in court Thursday that she was surprised by the federal charges, which followed a dramatic public perp walk at a Manhattan helipad. So I want to show this here. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, this is the parade. It's pretty important to note that this is so performative and so ridiculous. When they brought in like Charles Manson, they had like 4 cops.
Yeah,
that was it. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, it was something like I don't know, like 5 cops. This is an army. Army walking our man Luigi.
No, nobody's gonna Jack Ruby him. Like,
no, absolutely not. That's not gonna happen. If they thought that they had a problem before, they would really have a problem then. So here, I just want to show this too before we get on with the rest of this article. I think it's pretty important. This is the reaction from some bystanders in an office right above the helipad.
Oh, wait, it's Luigi. This is wild. Yeah, it's Luigi.
Oh my God, these are people that are actually filming.
Guys, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I know.
Just wait for it.
Oh my God, these windows are so dirty.
Is it? Oh my God, these windows are so dirty.
See him in the orange jumpsuit?
Oh, he's in the orange jumpsuit. Oh my God.
You're doing great, baby.
Oh, we love you, Luigi.
Oh man,
we love you, Luigi. Like, yeah, and that's what I think they are not really quite understanding about this.
The media has such L takes on this. When you hear people who are like, "He's a killer," and like, "And how can people? He's disgusting. How can people sympathize with this murderer?" Well, I think that they're sympathizing with the action behind it, with like the motivation behind the action. It's not the action that people are standing in solidarity against. It's the reasoning behind the action. It's what the action represents.
Okay? Right. Exactly. And it's just
everyone here at Nightly News this morning condemns murder. Like we don't want people to die.
Right. Well,
that being said,
I mean,
that being said, and that's as far as we'll take it.
For now, I mean, but here, we'll get back to the article in just a second, but I think this is pretty important too. Here. This is important. This is very important. This is kind of like how we're all collectively feeling right now, Of
course. He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?
That's right. What murder? Anyway. I don't think they even know this is going to happen, she said, regarding the turn of events. There are a lot of factors that are very confusing and highly unusual. Frankly, I've never seen anything like this. The federal prosecutors allege that Mangione traveled to New York City by bus and waited outside a Manhattan hotel where Thompson was attending an investor conference. is accused of shooting Thompson with an untraceable firearm before fleeing to Pennsylvania. He was traveling between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh by bus when he was arrested at the McDonald's. Federal charges, if convicted, Mangione could face the death penalty. The federal charges include using a firearm to commit murder. What murder?
Okay, just hold on for 1 second. I want to interrupt you for a second.
Mm-hmm.
If the federal government were to pursue the death penalty in the Luigi Mangione case, I think that would be absolutely grounds for like public rioting.
Oh yeah,
like that is ridiculous.
Yeah, man,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
There is no reason to even. The guy didn't put up any fight when he was being arrested. He hasn't like, yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Interstate stalking resulting in death, maximum sentence of life in prison. Stalking using interstate facilities resulting in death, maximum sentence of life in prison. Discharging a firearm equipped with a silencer during a violent crime, sentence of 30 years to life in prison. Okay. State charges. In addition to the federal charges, Mangione was indicted this week by a Manhattan grand jury on 11 state charges. These include murder as an act of terrorism, criminal possession of a weapon, and criminal possession of a forged instrument. An act of terrorism. Mangione also faces charges in Pennsylvania where he was arrested at McDonald's 5 days after the shooting. Those charges are related to using a false identity. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg described the killing as a frightening, well-planned targeted murder intended to cause shock, attention, and intimidation. How in the world could this be terrorism, though? Because terrorism is...
CEOs are terrified.
Well, but terrorism is enacting violence in order to intimidate the people, non-combatants.
Well, okay. So I think that you're close there. I don't necessarily know that the definition has to include the people. It could just be to intimidate and cause fear. And if they take that definition and they take the end part off of it, corporations are scared. CEOs are scared.
They should be.
So
but
I can see in a very like ridiculous sense, like where they try to get the justification from that, but it's not going to stick. It better not stick.
Right. Well, and also, we don't charge school shooters with terrorism. Right. Like
which have
murder children.
Right. Which would have like a much more basis in a terrorism charge than this. Is there a basis for both of them? Possibly.
Right.
Sure. But I would say that a school shooter would have more basis for terrorism charge than somebody who was literally trying to send a message about the healthcare industry more than anything, like greedy corporations and greedy CEOs. But that greed is taking over, and those people who are greedy have control over the message that is sent out, and that's part of the problem.
Right. New York Mayor Eric Adams said he met with Mangione when he arrived so he could look him in the eye. Eric Adams is a piece of shit.
Eric Adams was there because of his own charges. He had a court docket at around the same time. That's the only reason he was there.
The Brooklyn jail where Mangione will be held already has a star prisoner, Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy is a CEO.
He better watch out for Luigi.
Yeah. Well, federal prosecutors said that Mangione slipped off to Pennsylvania after killing Thompson. There is yet to be an explanation of where he was in the 5 days until his arrest. I hope he was just slamming all the puss. Just slamming it. Because, again, it is important.
Or the dong, whatever he wants.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Hey, we don't discriminate.
We don't discriminate.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?
What murder?
I like the other guy. They said he murdered people. That's right. We want to reiterate that Luigi Mangione has been accused of murder. He has not been convicted or proven. Yeah. Alleged murder.
Alleged
murder.
He was the best guy around.
What murder? Hey, if you like news.
I like news.
If you like news, be sure to check out more videos right here on this channel like this one.
We have news.
And, Jeff, we have a live show.
Do we have a live show? That would be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays when we do this.
Right here on this channel.
And also on Twitch.
So be sure to check us out.
So like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next video.
We'll be right here.
That actually wasn't bad.
Yeah, that's fine.